attack or rally past their traps in order to crush their traitorous cause.
These old bones have missed you. I'll be seeing you in a bit, old friend.
I hope you're prepared, for soon I'll break down your walls and take the Kinos for myself.
So many riches, all within arm's reach. Do either of you mind if I do a bit of collection before striking out?
Not at all, Casita, my dear. But please, do keep some of your minions alive to combat our collective foe.
Yes, of course. But don't expect me to go running in like that idiot Draven.
Oh, Casita. Just because you've no taste for battle does not mean that it won't fill you up. We can make creepy excellent things happen if we were together.
Kinos will be mine. Then we'll see which of us is truly more powerful. Your haste will be your downfall, as it has been in the millennia we fought. The last few scraps only served to limber me up. This time you will be the one banished, and I will control us forever. We'll see. But I've destroyed far greater parts of myself than you.
A cultist has entered your dungeon. You've claimed a gold shrine.
Do you remember the old days? Back when the world was young and fresh. Oh, there were so many beautiful things to collect.
There were so many lost spirits all seeking a master. Back before there were gods to give them direction.
I don't remember the beginning. Just shattered fragments tumbling over one another for a moment of fleeting primacy. I remember pain.
Oh, Cormac, I remember how you were. Terribly afraid all of the time. You cower in your own realm, mad, insane, rambling to yourself for eons. Only after you broke the madness did you venture forth, but I'm sure you recall that day.
You missed out on so many years of bloodshed and war, Korvac. While you were huddled away by yourself, I felt legions and consumed their souls.
With all that experience, I still bested you without struggle when I emerged.
Come, boys, no need for your puerile arguments. The Kinos is our prize today. You've plenty of time to have a pissing contest once we've finished here.
Don't pretend you're in charge here, Casita. I've shattered more realms than you've imagined, and the Kinos will allow me to conquer 1,000 more.
We'll see, Draven.
An enemy is summoning an Archon. You've claimed a gold shrine. A Skark has entered your dungeon. A Beastmaster has entered your dungeon. An enemy has summoned a behemoth. An Oculus has entered your dungeon. You've identified an artifact of workers. You have been blessed with permanent spirit workers. A Chunda has entered your dungeon. A shadow has entered your dungeon. You do not have enough gold.
Hey, Korvik.
Yes, Casita.
Remember when Draven sent those slaves to undermine your dungeon? And your minions ran forward to stop them, but then he froze them in place as the charges were blown, and every single one of them died.
Yes, I remember. Why?
Oh, no reason. I was just curious. Hey, Draven.
I'm a bit busy right now. What is it?
Why weren't you able to overcome the mad god when he was weak and isolated?
What do you know of war, of conquest? All you do is collect useless trinkets. I conquer realms while you conquer inanimate little baubles. Watch your tongue when you speak to me.
Oh, I meant no offense, Draven. I realize it must be a touchy subject for you.
Be silent. You're prattling grace upon me.
Oh, this reminds me of last time. Do you remember their emperor then? What's his name?
Uther. The most sickeningly righteous thing I've ever encountered. I've tasted so many souls, but I wouldn't consume his even if it gave me complete control of the cosmos.
His brat son Lucius is the one leading the Empire now. Considering we're knocking on his front door, well, it can't be much of a threat.
Oh, we met. He was screaming about destroying all darkness and purifying the filth from Kairos. He seemed a bit deranged, even compared to you, Korvik.
An augur has entered your dungeon. Underlord, there are new aspects available to you in the Veins of Evil. Click the glowing orb at the top of the screen to access them. It's payday. Behemoth summoning underway. A Bafu has entered your dungeon. An enemy has summoned an Archon. A succubus has entered your dungeon. You've claimed a perception shrine. You've identified an artifact of gold. Your coffers have been filled with additional gold. Do you ever wonder what happens to your minions' souls when they die? It's a celestial compost heap. You should see the stuff we're growing with it.
Soon you'll squeak like all these little piggies. Silence your sniveling tongue. Leave this to me, and you can ejaculate whatever madness enters your mind later. When we are alone, when less is at stake. You think you're so big and strong? Come at me. If you mutter another word, I will finish you. We both know you're no match for me. I'll start thinking. Notes to take, horrors to imagine, nightmares to dream. Thank you. I felt as though my mind was splintering.
A necromancer has entered your dungeon. Volcanic bridge unlocked. The spirit chamber will attract witch doctors to your dungeon. By placing a minion upon the pedestals within this room, your witch doctors can channel experience into them for a hefty sum of gold. The Well of Souls is a necromancer's dream machine. It will suck the souls of your enemies, and once enough ethereal energy has been sapped from your foes, summon a wraith to further protect your dungeon and itself. Within the glacial door lies a small portal to the elemental plane of frost. Once it has been closed, some of the energies of this plane will bleed through, turning to icy shards around the door and nearby walls. This will make them impervious to explosive assault. Behemoth summoned.
Underlord, she's been telling us all of your terrible secrets. Why not show her how strong you can really be? especially with Akinos at your disposal. Silence her and spare us from her blathering tongue.
Your minions are fighting the enemy. A crackpot has entered your dungeon. You have insufficient mana to cast that spell. Your dungeon's walls are being attacked. Your minions are under attack. Shadow lost. Your minions are under attack. Skarg lost. A Gnarling has entered your dungeon. Wooden door complete. Bombard complete. Your minions are being attacked. Your dungeon walls are being excavated. Your minions are fighting the enemy. Not enough mana. It's time to pay your minions, Underlord. Your minions are in combat. darling lost.
Oh, Draven, I think someone as strong as you wouldn't be bested by this miserable little army.
Come, Draven. Surely you won't fall that easily to this buffoon.
Could one of you give me a bit of assistance? I'll split the bones of the dead with you evenly.
Do you see what I see?
I see you refusing to exert any singular amount of effort in disposal of our enemy.
You have destroyed an enemy's dungeon core.
Not feeling so cocky, are you? Why not flee as usual?
That's one down. Keep at it, Underlord.
Farewell, Draven. Only the strongest are meant to survive.
Poor, tired Draven. You'll finally be allowed some rest.
Insufficient mana. You have insufficient mana to cast that spell. You've claimed a perception shrine. A ghoul has risen in your crypt. A cultist has been converted in your torture chamber. Your minions are under attack. A ghoul has risen in your crypt. The Witch Doctor is an excellent support. You've claimed an enemy dungeon core. You have claimed a gateway. You've claimed a perception shrine. You've claimed an incantation shrine. You've identified an artifact of workers. You have been blessed with permanent spirit workers. Oculus lost. Your minions have entered battle. Your minions are dying, Underlord. A Witch Witch Doctor has entered your dungeon. Your minions have engaged the enemy. Oculus lost. Skarg lost. A succubus is unhappy because it is tired. Your minions are fighting the enemy.
Is it strange, Cormac, being attacked by someone other than your own twisted self? I'm just looking for some entertainment. Speaking of which, how goes taking care of our mutual problem?
The only mutual problem we have is the sound of your voice echoing about both our dungeons.
No need to be so testy, Cormac.
No need to be so useless, Casita.
Hey, Corvette. You have another fragment of yourself lying around?
Gnarling lost.
Now certainly, you didn't think I'd give up without a fight.
Skarg lost. You have destroyed an enemy's dungeon core.
Perhaps now your tortured spirit can get some rest, Cormac.
That's 2 down. Let's finish this. Wake me up when you're actually doing something, Underlord. Volcanic Bridge will create a neutral bridge over water or lava without the need to expend gold, letting your minions quickly traverse the map. A minion is unhappy because it hasn't slept lately. You've claimed an enemy dungeon core. You have claimed a gateway. Time to pay your minions, Underlord, for all their hard work. A ghoul has risen in your crypt. An augur is unhappy because it is tired.
We've been fighting for eons.
You've identified an artifact of gold.
More bones I'm killing.
A ghoul has risen in your crypt. A Beastmaster has been converted in your torture chamber. Underminer complete. A ghoul has risen in your crypt. Bathu lost. Skarg lost. You have insufficient mana to cast that spell. Necromancer lost. A witch doctor is unhappy because it is tired. Your minions are falling in battle. Your minions are dropping like flies. Not enough mana. Your minions are dying, Underlord. You are out of mana. An augur is unhappy because it is tired. Your minions are dropping like flies. Your minions are under attack. A ghoul has risen in your crypt. Your behemoth has been slain. Archon summoning underway. An enemy's Archon has been vanquished. There's no time for dilly-dallying. Prove your dominance! An augur is unhappy because it is tired. ghoul has risen in your crypt. A ghoul has risen in your crypt. Gnarling lost. Bathu lost. Your Archon will be summoned in 1 minute. You are out of mana. Chanda lost. Your minions are dropping like flies. Not enough mana. A succubus is unhappy because it is tired. Your minions are dying, Underlord. Your minions are falling in battle. Your Archon will be summoned in 10 seconds. Your minions are dying, Underlord. Archon summoned. You are out of mana. A necromancer is unhappy because it is tired. Your minions are falling in battle. Not enough mana. An enemy has summoned an Archon. Time to pay your minions, Underlord, for all their hard work. You have insufficient mana to cast that spell. Insufficient mana. A ghoul has risen in your crypt. Not enough mana. An enemy's Archon has been vanquished. An enemy is summoning a behemoth. A Beastmaster is unhappy because it hasn't been paid. A Gnarling has been converted in your torture chamber. A Chunda has been converted in your torture chamber.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
A Chunda has been converted in your torture chamber. A Crackpot has been converted in your torture chamber. A Chunda has been converted in your torture chamber. I've waited too long for this. Finish these fools! Bathu lost. Shadow lost. A necromancer is unhappy because it is tired. Necromancer lost. An enemy has summoned a behemoth. Skarg lost. You have insufficient mana to cast that spell. Your minions are dropping like flies. You have insufficient mana to cast that spell. Beastmaster lost.
I'll melt your minions into rivers of gold! But could one of you help me knock them out first?
An enemy's behemoth has been vanquished. An enemy is summoning an eternal. You have destroyed an enemy's dungeon core.
I stand humbled, defeated. I've no more quarrel with you, my lord.
You're a greater warrior than I thought. I submit to you, Underlord.
Fine work, Underlord. You've crushed their resistance and brought them under heel. Bent to the power of the Keynote, they will prove no threat to you in the coming battle. Let's make haste to Uther's Landing. All that remains is for us to win one final victory over the Empire, and to avenge those who have fallen to their underhanded schemes.